I'd much rather lose that way and play the way that we did. It's an exciting brand of football that nobody's seen in the Premier League for a long, long time. So I'm kind of proud of the team, really.
Okay, guys, Manchester United 6, Leeds United 2. I mean, what a game that was. Well, Justin, we'll start with you then. What do you think of the game?
I didn't think it was a 6-2 game. I thought Man United's quality showed. They were just much more clinical than us. And I guess that's what you would expect with like £500 million worth of talent on the pitch, you know. I think, you know, we could have got a couple more, but, you know, it's high-risk football that we play. It's amazing to watch. I'd much rather lose that way and play the way that we did. It's an exciting brand of football that nobody's seen in the Premier League for a long, long time. So I'm kind of proud of the team, really.
Dan, how about you? I suppose you're familiar with the feeling of losing 6 goals.
Well, it was a little bit like the reverse of the Tottenham result earlier in the season. United were at it from the very beginning, which is something that we've suffered from. We've been a very poor first half team, actually. I think Leeds just didn't quite know what hit them, and it was strange because I wonder whether there was tactically they weren't looking for McTominay to be the one making those runs, because he ran twice off Phillips, and I think Phillips was a bit like, where's he come from? It was a throwback to sort of old school football in a way, because it was like, you know, it was just attacking. It was just great to watch. It was a nice antidote to yesterday's announcement. It pains me to say it as a United fan, but Leeds United are a very good addition to the Premier League, and I think they're the sort of team you want coming up.
You all mentioned the old school way just now, and it was such an intense game, a very good game for the neutrals as well. Justin, actually, in the 90s, you were one of the big boys in the Premier League. What was it like watching the games then when you played Manchester United? What was the atmosphere like?
I would sum it in one word: vicious. You know, and the Leeds and Man United rivalry goes back even further, goes back to the sort of 60s and 70s. And some of those games, you know, you watch them now and you see the tackles that were going in, fouls that were being committed, and they were, you know, they were just insane that they weren't getting red carded, and they would absolutely now. You don't see many people wearing red clothing in Leeds.
My memories of Leeds United games in the 90s and the sort of early noughties are, they always seem to kick off on a lunchtime, because they wouldn't allow them to be at 3 o'clock, because they wanted the game done before anyone could get into a pub. They were vicious, they were intense, but they were also very good football matches.
You know, what added to the spice of these games was, as you just mentioned, I mean, it often became the case that Man United would buy Leeds players, right? Leeds heroes. Eric Cantona is, you know, one famous example of that. Alan Smith is probably the worst. It was heartbreaking for Leeds. We had to sell Alan Smith to Man United to stay afloat. When Leeds, got relegated and the financial problems became clear. But also, you know, going through the years, we've also had, you know, going a bit further back, we had Rio Ferdinand, had Gordon McQueen, Joe Jordan. All of them went over, to my mind, to the wrong side of the Pennines.
We gave you Lee Sharp.
Yes.
Well, Gordon Strachan.
It was one of my heroes, Lee Sharp. Well, Gordon Strachan, of course, was the signing that Fergie got rid of in his early tenure. Because he didn't think he was right, and then he went to Leeds, and then at 38 led Leeds to the championship that beat United. So that was one of those. I remember that was back at the time. I can remember Ferguson getting a heap of criticism for that.
Leeds United are now 14th in the league, 3 points above Arsenal, 7 points above the drop zone. So Justin, when I spoke to you after the first game of the season, you said the goal was to stay in the league. Where do you stand now? Is it still that goal?
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, like I said earlier, you know, we're going to win some, we're going to lose some. We have to stay in the league to be able to unlock that sort of longer term investment, and that's what we need.
And Dan, no one favours United to win anything this season, and not even Man United fans. But United are now sitting at third of the league with a game in hand, and 5 points off the top, which is Liverpool. It's not a bad place to be at all. I mean, what do you think? Will there be a chance for Man United?
I don't know if we can. I don't think we can win the league. I think it's it's pretty clear. I think we know who's going to win the league. Liverpool are, I think, another level above everyone this season. However, United are in a much healthier position than they've been under anyone since Ferguson left. And as I've said as well, it's a weird old season. So who knows what may happen. I'm just glad that we're getting to watch good football. We wouldn't have seen anything like that under Louis van Gaal, and we wouldn't have seen anything like that today under Jose Mourinho. Football is about entertainment. Football is about enjoying it, and that's what we got today.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.
Thank
See
you.
you later. We'll see you at home.
Yeah, good luck, Justin. Thanks, mate.